Hey TV fans, welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
On this episode, we'll be discussing Loki, episode 2, which is called The Variant. And it was very entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Especially for someone like me who has no idea who, when they reference people, forget it. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to know who they're referencing. They say names. They throw out names.
I thought going into this, having recently watched all the MCU movies, that I was going to be, ready to catch everything or be, aware, track everything. No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I'm really lost. And I keep wanting to know, should I be able to follow the entire logic? But I'm kind of, because it's so entertaining, and I think it's the performances and the characters, that I'm willing to suspend disbelief and believe that what they're saying makes sense.
Oh,
that it follows, because I don't 100% follow. But I'm okay with that. When he's reading through all the files, and then he's just boom, I figured it out. I'm okay, so if there's an apocalypse, they can't detect a time variance. Right there with you, but not really. But I'm gonna buy it because it must make sense. Because some people had to think long and hard about this.
Yes.
Right. So
yes,
I'm okay, so now we know if it's an apocalypse, they can hide in it.
Right, because it has to be where everything was destroyed, right, and then that's where the variant can hide.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
About to be destroyed. It was more it just doesn't matter. So maybe they are they not tracking it because it's just not gonna matter because everybody's about to die?
All the evidence will be destroyed.
Or can they not be tracked? I didn't quite catch that part, but then I was just
doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yes. So when I watch anything MCU or comics related, anything fantasy related that I don't know much about, I always look for little nuggets of comfort. And I got a nugget at the Renaissance Fair in 1985. Yes. Okay, when, what's her name? Is, the variant got her and her eyes turned green and she starts beating everybody up and then Need a Hero starts playing.
Yes.
First of all, I thought it was Footloose, but I was there for it. That was the most entertaining sequence of events for me for this episode.
I thought that was really fun. The music was really perfect. I really liked, too, being, disoriented in that scene. I was where are we going? We're going way back to 1985.
Yes,
and
right?
The music. Yeah, that was really cool.
I was 1 year old in 1985.
Oh my gosh, I was 11.
Oh.
No, 10. And I loved how the person who worked there was really mad that they were messing up the whole narrative.
They do take it seriously at those Renaissance fairs. Oh my goodness. Oh, I also love Miss Minute.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then he's Loki's in training and he's not taking it seriously. But am I supposed to? He's smart, right?
He's very smart.
Okay,
cunning,
intelligent.
Maybe it's that type of smart.
Yeah, yes. Because it seems he's breezing through and he's yeah, I got it. I get the gist of it. So I was wondering if he's supposed to be cunning.
Yes,
that's a great word for it. All right, and then, so he is on board. Is he working with or is he working for TVA?
Okay, I feel we're supposed to continually question because that's just the nature of Loki. So this part I do know. We're always waiting to see if he is going to be loyal or betray. He typically betrays.
Oh.
And this Loki doesn't even know that he was loyal because he had to see it through that whole... so right. He doesn't... Because he broke with the timeline before all of that stuff happened.
Yes.
Where he did selfless things. So it's he's kind of learning about that. So yeah, I think we don't know. But this Loki is a betrayer.
This one we see Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, the one we the time at which we know him.
Yes,
he doesn't know that he has in the future he will have done all these other things and sacrificed himself for the good.
Oh,
because he wasn't there. That's why last episode we saw him see it and he was oh, I did that.
Oh,
yes. I was what did I just say?
I do follow it though, okay. Or maybe I'm like you and I'm just yep, whatever you say.
Whatever she said. I kind of get it, but I don't know that I could really accurately explain it. But maybe I'll watch that back and I'll be yes, that is what I meant.
I feel it makes sense.
I feel we're in the show now.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? Oh, wow. All right, so let's talk about the variant.
Okay.
This very mischief. Okay, when you saw the hooded being silhouette, you don't see. I suspected it was a woman. Why did I suspect that? In my heart of hearts, I was because he can take all forms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
I was like, I bet I don't know, just because they kept it so secretive and conspicuous,
Yes.
I was like, I bet it's because it didn't even have the stance of Tom Hiddleston, you know?
Well, what's interesting is, like, when we get the reveal, we're supposed to be, like, mind blown that it's a female Loki. But then, like you said, he can take all forms.
Yeah.
And then I like how he explained, like, the difference between, like, being able to, like, take on all forms and then also to project anything into, like make any illusion appear to you.
Oh.
So, like, that's another power that he has.
I missed that totally. I just, okay.
But, yeah, so I wasn't so much mind blown that it was a woman because is it a woman or is it the female side of Loki, I guess? Or, like, you know.
That's my question. Is this Loki? Is this actually the...
Oh, I don't know.
What do you guys think? Because I had to do some reading.
Okay.
Really, I was like, oh, okay, so that's Loki. But wait, is that Loki? I went back and forth. And then I read something about another Asgardian person named Amora the Enchantress, who apparently was also blonde and liked the color green, and, you know, her eyes are green. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, but I guess that's from the older comics.
Like so I started to go into the weeds with that, and then I was just like, I can't. It was too much, so I was like, let me just go with it and, like, see what we learn. But who knows? Another episode I might be like, forget it, I need to read and learn more. But
isn't it fun to question everything?
It is.
It's the missing pieces, the puzzle we're trying to put together. I'm not annoyed by it, like Game of Thrones, or like other things for Lost. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. But this one is quite adventurous, trying to figure it out.
And I think it's because of the tone. Oh. And also, like, the visuals, I think, like, I just love the whole, like time aspect of it. Like, when are we, right? Like, the whole, like, rotary phone thing. Yes. It's like the future. It's like no time. It's like they don't exist. They're out of time.
That's what that Mobius guy said, right? Like, he's like, it's not time like you think of time.
Yeah, it's not like, because those rotary phones are like from our 1950s and then into, like, you know, I still used them when I was a kid. Yeah. Decades later, but then they're just. I think they can just have anything from any time in this place because it's.
I think so too.
Out of time.
Because Miss Minute is like a projection. Like, that's very advanced, right? Yes.
In an old school kind of way, though. Like, in the 2D, retro. Like, just like linear drawings. Like, yeah, it's all intriguing because it's visually appealing. Yeah. And, like, it makes you just question what you're seeing. But then also all of the characters are so compelling. Like, I just want to know where everyone goes. Like,
the performances.
Yes. And then just the effects too. Like, every time, like, the bad Loki would, like, touch someone and then become your brain. It's like the Sudoku of TV. I'm telling you, just keeps your brain working.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. The mystery of it all is the most intriguing, but also, yes, the tone, the pace, the way there's just always some kind of action going on, and then it's like everything's kept very light.
Yes.
This Renslayer person, the boss of Mobius, she's suspicious to me.
She is.
Why has Mobius never seen the Time Keepers? Why does he? I mean, has he? It seems like she might be hiding something.
There is something. Yeah.
Are there really lizards in the sky?
That's I know. I keep seeing those statues. Like, are those actually them? They?
Yeah.
Like, do they?
Or are those just like statues too?
Or are they like God? Like, because, you know, he was saying, like, why do you believe? Yeah. And then they were having that really interesting conversation. Yeah. Like, well, why do you believe that you're, like, descendant from, you know, Odin and Thor and all this, like, and he was like, oh. Yeah. It's like kind of like maybe commentary on, like, people's beliefs and, like, what do we believe in, like, religion, science, but where does it all, like, come from?
Yes.
I thought that was kind of cool that they, like, integrated that kind of existential conversation into something that's kind of, like, light and fun.
Yeah.
But it is dark too, because what's the ultimate purpose of the bad Loki? Like, why is he, she, it, they killing these people from the TVA?
I don't know. And being suspicious of Renslayer, I'm suspicious of TVA. So yes. I'm confused.
And they dropped all those things, those time things. Like, where did they all go? Oh, they bombed the timeline.
Yes,
so then, like,
to skew.
Is that gonna, like, definitely gonna mess up stuff? It's just like how we just. That's what
it looked like.
This is what's happening.
Got sound effects. That's how you describe Loki.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, he goes with Loki, so that's him betraying TVA. Yes, or is he going to scope it out for TVA?
Yeah.
What do we believe?
Or now he just wants to go figure out what his not other half, but whatever that is. Intersection of self.
Yes.
Is. So I feel like he could spin this either way when approached.
True. Yes.
But that's Loki. Oh,
yeah.
Loki.
Oh, silly
Isn't
Loki.
he adorable, though?
He is. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this, because I'm guessing that a lot of this might go back to older comics that maybe even someone like you doesn't know about.
No idea.
But maybe not. Maybe this is new to everyone, and then I would feel great about myself, not to make it about me, that we're all in this together. Yes. But yes, thank you so much for the comments that you have already left. We really appreciate it. And then please like and subscribe, and then we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.